Yo, what's good with it? Podcast. So look, I know y'all niggas is like, man, where you been at? So what had happened was basically, I tried making this episode beforehand, right? And I recorded it and everything. It was cool. It was smooth. I loved it. And then I was trying to edit it, and everything was perfect. So then I put it through all my software and shit to post it. And as I was trying to post it, it was like, oh, syncing issue. So I'm like, fuck. So I do like three troubleshooting things, and it still don't work. So I'm just like, oh, what the hell? And that basically just killed my motivation. I'm not gonna lie, like that had me like, bro, I don't even want to do this shit no more. But you know what I'm saying? I'm back now. I know I can't just be doing that, but like that shit had me like heartbroken. I was busy doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was doing important stuff though. I wasn't just bullshitting. Anywho, enough about me. Let's talk about what I came here to talk about, bro. Relationships in the big 2025, man. Listen. Everybody wants some love. Everybody wants a piece of heart. But I just feel like in this generation, that shit's so crazy. Like we really be running from it. Like some of us be scared of love, right? And then all of us look be scared of love. Like what? Okay, I'm saying all of us. I'm making a generalization, bro. If the shoe fits, put it on. If it don't fit, you know what I'm saying, don't crash out on me. I'm just saying, I'm making a broad generalization. But yeah, I just feel like all of us want love so bad, but yet when we receive that love, we get scared of it and we kind of push that away. And I kind of feel like that's just what dating is now. Like dating now is crazy. It's like you meet somebody, y'all start talking, y'all get into a situationship. All of a sudden, it's too close. It's too much connection going on. Somebody's scared. Somebody don't want it, and then you know what I'm saying? They out the door. I raised my body count for nothing. The fuck is you talking about? And then on top of that, then we have the relationships, bro. I feel like a lot of people stay in relationships just because they feel like they need that person or they need someone to rely on. So I'm just gonna talk about all that, like my issues and my gripes with it all. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get into it. So boom, straight off the back, we got meeting somebody. I said back. My fault. Straight off the bat, we got meeting somebody, bro. Meeting someone now is completely different than what it used to be, what I heard it used to be, and what I did experience growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm an early 2000s baby, so really I ain't have no phone, but that's just because my parents didn't want to give me one until I got older. But it's like in fifth and sixth grade when they was giving us the fare tickets, like if you live, you know what? If you know, you know. But when they was giving us the Texas State Fair tickets, and we would go to the State Fair with our friends, bro, there was no yo. Let me get your Instagram at first. It was you had to go up, you had to walk up and go get the Instagram, the number, or whatever it may have be. Now niggas just be, you know what I'm saying, kicking their legs in the air and shit, sending the DM, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If it work, it work. If you got game, you got game. Sauce is sauce. But I'm just saying that social interaction of it, that area of it is it's just like it's not gone, but it's not as prominent as it was. And I feel like another reason for that is social media. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of people are low key chronically online in this generation. Like they might still go outside and touch grass, but when they in the crib, hours and hours and hours. So personally, you know what I'm saying? They might be on the gender war side of TikTok where it's men ain't this, men ain't that, women this, women that. And that becomes like a internalized fear of going to talk to a woman. I'm speaking in my like experience, like what happened with me, and it was just an internalized fear. I'm like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to approach her, and then she feels some type of way that I approach her. You know what I'm saying? I want to approach her, and I'm chopped, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? I get shot down, and some more shit. All of a sudden, I see a video on TikTok, I'm edited, and I'm just chopped. You know what I'm saying? I can't have that happening. So that was a fear that I low key internalized, but it took me just getting over that, fam. I promise you, it's so much easier to just walk up to somebody and have a conversation as if you just trying to go make a friend than it is to go up to somebody and try to rizz them up. Don't do that shit. Just walk over there like you just trying to make a friend. Like, yeah, the person can look good and you can compliment them on like how they look good. But I think that's the first thing that you kind of got to break out of if you kind of want to break out of this prison of these weak ass relationships. You have to get used to just going up to people and talking, because that's the only way you really gonna meet people now. I mean, you can DM them, but honestly, to me, if you DMing somebody that look good and they think you look good, they gonna do that with anyone else that looks good versus just going out in public and actually having the personality and the confidence to go talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then on top of that, like I'm not gonna act like I don't contribute to the problem. But dating apps, you know, Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, whatever the fuck else is out there, them hoes is a little insane. Like I'm act like I'm not on them, but they just cause us to make these like micro judgments of people, and it'd be like the smallest things. It'll be something uncontrollable. It might be some like eye color. I'm trying to think of the smallest things: eye color, nose shape, lip shape, fuck, eye shape. I was gonna say hairline, but shit, if I was a girl and I seen a nigga with a receding hairline, I might. I couldn't do it. Like shit, if I go on Tinder and I see a shorty with a receding hairline, I'll be like, how did this shit even work? All love though. I love women. I'm a feminist. But that's what I'm saying though. We make these micro judgments of people on apps, and then we see everything on social media, and then they just clash together, and they just cause us to be so much less connected and so much more fueled by the physical that's there. And obviously, like that matters. I'm not gonna sit here and act like physical attraction just doesn't matter at all. But there's physical attraction, and then there's the energy that you exude that can also attract a person. Like I think you can almost ask a lot of women. I ain't gonna say any woman, but you can ask a lot of women as a man, fam. I bet you there's been one or two guys that weren't necessarily cute to them or not their type, but they had a personality that was just, you know what I'm saying? What's the word? Boisterous or some shit like that. It was they just had a big personality, and they caused them to kind of, you know what I'm saying, catch some feelings. So it's just like shit like that is little stuff like that is what we got to overcome, and that's gonna take us to the next thing though. The goddamn talking stage. I hate the talking stage. I think the talking stage is one of the dumbest shits to exist because it literally makes no sense. It's just a place you sit with no boundaries. That's all the talking stage is. It's a place you sit with no boundaries and no communication. Like the way I see it is basically an unpaid internship to a relationship. You have damn near full access. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting wild. Y'all getting freaky. Y'all niggas spending the night at each other's houses. You sending what you doing text every 5 minutes, but y'all stay like y'all are just talking, right? And I don't even want to say that because that's more of a situationship, which we're gonna get to in a minute. But y'all just talking. It's just a lot of maybe hanging out and making out going on. Maybe y'all ain't crack yet, but you know what I'm saying. You're getting there. And in this stage, I think this stage is where a lot of like ghosting happens and miscommunication happens, because this is when people start to realize that they're connected. And what I've realized about this generation is that when we feel connected, or when a lot of us feel connected, we get scared of it. Because it's like, okay, is this love going to hurt me? Is it going to help me in the long run? And a lot of us assume it's going to hurt us because we've been hurt by it in the past. And I can understand that as someone that's been hurt, but also as someone that's hurt someone. What am I talking about? I don't even know where I'm going with that point. Um, I just don't like that, man. Just because you've been hurt before, it doesn't mean to carry that baggage with you and then put it on to the next person. Like I personally feel like love or feeling strong emotions towards somebody is a blessing in disguise, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, I'm one of these niggas. You always gonna get a lesson. Yes, I am one of these guys. But you always gonna get a lesson when it comes to putting your heart into something. I think that's kind of the point of us being here and of us loving. You ever realize each person that you loved or whatever taught you probably one of the strongest lessons of your life? You probably went through one of the hardest lessons of your life. So that's my thing. Talking stages just kind of avoid that. They get scared of that, and that's when they completely fall off. And like I said, this is also a spot where it's like boundaries matter. In a talking stage, boundaries really matter because that's really all it is. Because on one hand, you're like, damn, I really like this person. We talking every day. We're doing all this. And on the other hand, you're sitting here thinking, but they're not my girl. Or it's not my dude. So who am I to get mad at them for doing a certain thing? And it's just like, you got to communicate certain shit. Like you got to lock that down. And then if they don't want to do that, or they say, well, let's be exclusive, or they try to work their way into it, that's how niggas end up in situationships. I don't even I don't even know what to say about situationships, because it's like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't been in one, but it's just like they're so stupid. They're so stupid, and we be placing ourselves in these situations because it's like I said, we want that love. But to me, a situationship is literally just a place where someone allows themselves to low key be disrespected. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the times it's a small little case of unrequited love or unrequited love, whatever the fuck the TikTok language is. It's just somebody not reciprocating the same feelings that the other person is reciprocating, but they still like each other. It's just that one person might like each other more, or the other person low key got some other shit going on, and they're not even trying to, you know what I'm saying? They're not even trying to entertain that, but they low key is, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's so stupid because we be knowing it. We see the red flags and we ignore them. So I remember this one time, and actually this is gonna take us back to the talking stage, right? So this is gonna stress the importance of communication. I was talking to this fine redhead shorty. She was tall. She had a blue eye combo and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm an easy man. I'm an easy man, man. Like I was shocked and I was appalled, and everything was going great. I think we was talking for a couple months. It was obviously like some bridges in there, where we would, you know what I'm saying, like fuck up or whatever the fuck. But I remember we was doing good. We was talking every night. And then one day I remember she said something like, she was like, I miss my ex. And I was like, okay, like cool, you miss your ex. Like I understand that. That was somebody that you was with for a long time in your life. So like I ain't even tripping. Cause she wasn't even saying that like, oh, I miss him. I want to be with him. Yeah, she was just saying like I miss like the dude. Like I miss the person. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, because some people gonna be like, I don't think that makes sense. But to me, it's like whenever you miss someone, you might not necessarily miss them as a whole, but you kind of miss the person. Like that's somebody you spent like a year with or 6 months with or whatever it may have been. So obviously you're gonna miss them, right? So she said that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I kind of console her. I'm like I'm not gonna get mad at it. Just cool. Be upset. It's cool to be upset. And then I think a couple days later, a couple weeks or a couple hours or some shit like that. I wasn't even trying to say it to be disrespectful. I was just like, hey, I miss my ex. The table completely flipped. The table completely flipped. I don't know what happened, but it's like she just took the table like this and flipped that bitch 13 times because the notes switched. So look, one of the things about her was everything about me was cool with her, or so I thought. The only thing that wasn't was my height, and this was a big, you know what I'm saying, just a big issue for some odd reason. She was a little tall, you know, she was a little 6'1", little thing. I'm 5'5", so like obviously, hey, babe, but she's like, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. Beggars can't be choosers, you know what I'm saying. When you mind how you gotta like it all, you're cooked. But so yeah, then I said it that night. And she kind of just flipped the tables. Like the whole note switch, like all that talking shit just went out the window. And she was like, I've been through this. I've done this before. And that is how it went. And after that, all of a sudden, the only excuse was, nah, you're just too short. And that was it. But to me, I think that story kind of expresses the importance of communication. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have communicated sooner what I meant, and she probably should have gave me the opportunity to communicate that. But I also feel like that also represents how people get scared of connection and immediately throw that shit out the window just because they see the first sign of danger and they run. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of them. Like I sound like one of them simple-headed ass dudes. Like communication is key, but it really is. It's communication and comprehension, because that's all you really gonna get in life is someone talking to you and you being able to comprehend it and apply it to wherever you need to apply it to. So that's all I'm saying. But anyways, my little spiel. Back to situationships. Like I said, don't like them. I hate them. I think they're even more stupid. You allow yourself to low-key be disrespected, right? So I want y'all to imagine this scenario, and this isn't all situationship scenarios. Some of y'all are in good scenarios. Some of y'all are just in like a scenario where maybe one of y'all just dead ass isn't ready, and y'all just trying to get right, and then it'll work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that is a real situation, or maybe you've been delusional. That's not a real fucking situation. If a nigga want to be with you, a nigga's gonna be with you. Now I understand when niggas say like, yeah, I have to get my money right, or I gotta get my mental right before I can be with somebody. I can completely understand that. However, on the flip hand, like I said, if somebody really wants you, they gonna be with you. It's not gonna be this little cat and mouse game of them having you a little bit one day and then all of a sudden they kind of pull away for a little while. It's not gonna be that type of cat and mouse game. It's gonna be a constant flow of affection. But like I said, this is where the communication comes in, but we're not talking about that right now. So it's just gonna be, it should be a constant flow of affection. You know what I'm saying? It should be like a regular damn relationship. The situationship is just one that ain't make it to a regular relationship because somebody don't want the other one, and it's a sad reality that the other one don't want to face. And I know that because I've been in both of those shoes, right? So I'm telling you, people on the other end of the situationship, even if you feel like you gonna hurt the other person, just drop that shit, bro. Just drop that shit. Because in the end, you'd rather hurt someone up front than drag them on and lead them on and end up hurting them more in the end. That's all I'm saying. And for the other person, bro, it's not your job to hold out hope for someone to be ready for a relationship. And it's also not your job to try and get someone to be with you. You don't have to convince someone that you're worth dating. And this is something that I struggle with and still struggle with to this day. Shit, 2 fucking hours ago. But no, it's real life. Like, you don't need to show anybody or try to be this extra version of yourself to try and get attention from someone or to make someone think that you're worth dating. Just be you. If that person can't appreciate that, then drop that person. They're not worth it, right? So that's that. Now, let's shove that to the side and then let's move into, let's say you made it past all the bullshit and now you in a relationship. It's fulfilling. Your girl cheating on you, your nigga cheating on you, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just going terrible. And you stay. I understand a lot of people stand, they just feel like they won't be able to do it on their own, and it's someone they've either been relying on for so long or they just like so much, or there's always some extenuating circumstances, right? But why waste your time in something you know is not really gonna see it through? Because what I've noticed and what I've talked to when it comes to a lot of my friends is that a lot of them know that the shit be over and they just don't want to leave because they feel like they can't do it without the other person. And to me, that's just, you know what I'm saying? You right there. You just gotta get over the roadblock, and the roadblock is change, bro. That change is gonna be hard. Yeah, that's someone you've been living with. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough. But it's something that you gotta let go of for the greater good. Like, this one's hard for me because I don't want to air out anyone's information. Like, I guess I've already talked about my damn self so goddamn much. But when I was in a relationship, I think there was a certain point in a relationship where I kind of got a glimpse of reality, and I was like, I low key don't think this is what I want, and I pushed that hoe down, and I just kind of kept it pushing, and I would feel it in these moments of us like having a disagreement. It was arguing about some shit. And then I would just feel it. It would be eating away at me. It'd be like, yeah, son, this ain't really what we want. This is not really what we want. And I think a lot of people low key have that realization, but they don't leave because they're scared of what life will look like without that person. And the thing is, my brother or my sister, life is gonna get better. Life is gonna get better. I'm telling you now. Them niggas or them shorties, they do not be that good. They don't be that good. They just they're trash. They're trash. To be frank with you, to keep it a $150 with you, because another personal anecdote, the amount of times that I've had a homegirl come to me and cry and or complain about her boyfriend and how this nigga wasn't shit and all the atrocities he committed, and then they proceed to go back to him, I just have to sit there and look at like, what are we doing? Like, y'all be knowing the answer, men and women. I'm telling you, y'all be knowing the answer. Y'all just be scared to really initiate that stuff. So just do it. You know, if the thought is there, you already having that. Now, obviously, sometimes let's think for a second. You gonna have to think the thought through. Don't just be like, hey, bit, we're done. Don't do that. Don't do that. Think about it. Sleep on it. Be like, okay, is this just an actual intrusive thought, or is this something that I should actually be sitting here aware of and thinking about and thinking through? Like, really ask yourself that. Ask yourself if that person is someone that you can legitimately see in your future. Ask yourself those types of questions, and I promise you, You gonna be all right, and us as a generation, we gonna be all right. And secondly, or whatever the fuck, Lee, stay off all them phones, bro. It's the damn phones. I'm telling you, it's them damn phones. Our parents was right. It's them damn phones. They ruining a whole bunch of shit for us. They make everything a lot more convenient, but they make a lot of shit worse too. You know what I'm saying? Pros and cons. Yeah, we can talk to whoever the fuck we want to talk to when we want to talk to. But con, we can talk to whoever the fuck we want to talk to when we want to talk to them. You don't actually have to go out and see people. You don't actually have to go out and talk to people. You can just all fucking day long. Hell, I might as well throw the fucking textationship category in there. That's somebody you just text all fucking day. Y'all never link up or nothing. Nothing. What is we doing? I don't want to sit here texting you all day long. I'm trying to get up and I'm trying to go crazy. Respectfully, of course. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, y'all, bro. I don't really got nothing else to say about this. It's just we're not cooked, but we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to beat that shit. I want y'all boys to work on yourselves, man. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've contributed to the problem. I sometimes still catch myself contributing to the problem. I'm trying to actively better myself. But I'm just saying, we got to work on this shit as a generation, bro. I don't want our generation to be the generation that is not having kids. We can't have that on our name. Gen Z already gets shit talked for no fucking reason. We can't have that on our names, guys. We gotta get busy. I'm trying to be the baby boomers. I'm trying to be like the baby boomers. I'm trying to get active. Anyways, like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. That was my gripes with relationships. I'm probably gonna make it my gripes with something else, cause I got gripes with a whole lot of shit. I could go all fucking day long about this damn. We live in a steaming pile of heavenly shit. Anyways, I'm gonna fuck with y'all tomorrow or the next day. Or the next day. My fault. Deuces, peace out.